Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 24th of November 2020. So yesterday, dollar jumps, gold dumps as massive short squeeze sends greed near 2020 highs. Well, no surprise given how quiet the market is at the moment. It's easily manipulated. The silver and gold markets were sent to the downside, not just because the dollar moved higher, but also because they needed to offload the silver contracts in particular for the delivery in December. If they weren't out of those trades, then they would have to take delivery, and there's not enough physical silver, so that's why you're seeing silver move to the downside at the moment, down just over $1 for yesterday. So the stock market continues to move to the upside, but really quiet yesterday, very quiet. As we see the start of yesterday's session, you can see here that prices were stuck in the sideways move, and if we just go through here, and I'm just having a look in the daily chart, marking up again. I actually switched to another computer to record this is why I'm redrawing it on the chart. Then added these other bits and pieces in here just to get an idea of where the resistance was earlier in the morning, but it was just news all the way yesterday. As you can see here, there was a whole stack of it, so by the time you got the news out, we were sitting waiting for the next news item. So very frustrating. It's either all or nothing as we see prices moving to the upside there. Some selling pressure coming in here. Then we get to the R3 and the market stops at this level. And then you can see the profit taking with the selling coming in at this point as well. And then prices trade sideways again, waiting for the next news, which was here. This was the flash for the Eurozone. This came out positive when it did come out, which they've got a sell signal here. So this sell signal isn't taken, which is why it's removed, because we're waiting for the European flash news, and it's just around here somewhere. I can just get this to show up, and there you'll see we had 53.6 and 41.3, and then it was a matter of waiting for the GDP one at 9:30. So let's go back. We then had a buy signal for this new during the news, not after. Just as the news came out, so did we get a potential buy signal. So the sell signal waiting for the news. The news was just released, and then we had the buy signal. So both ignored until the market had settled. Saying settled, I mean it just traded sideways. And then that signal disappeared. You can see how quiet it was. And no surprises, we're heading to Thanksgiving. This is characteristic of this week. And then finally we got to the UK GBP figures, which came out positive if I recall. Let's just have a quick look, see if I've actually captured this. I may not have done. Let's just go back and have a look. Oh, I did. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this came out more positive. So good news for the final set of data. And guess what? The market then moved south. So all of the others were bad news, or more or less at the forecast, and moved higher. And then when it was good news, it moved lower. So yeah, a really strange morning. And the market just coming back after it had sold off. I mean, barely moved down 40 points. Just really quiet. In the afternoon, the same. More news in the afternoon. As we approach the news now, you can see the market coming back. Let me just grab this and just move this through. This was the flash for the US. And again, you can see really positive news there. Good 4 points higher. And guess what? The market then moved to the downside, which you'll see in just a moment. Trading sideways, stuck at the BRN, and then at the R1 we had a potential buy signal there that was filled, and the market traded sideways and eventually made its way back to the upside, coming back above the 20 bar moving average, but it was a real slog. As we got to the scalp there, a matter of taking profits. We've got more news coming in which you'll see in just a moment. So out of the trade. And the news for this was MPC speaking, so we've got a sell signal there, which is just before the news. Then the news started to come out, and then we had another potential buy signal there, which was filled, and the market trading up to the scalp once more. So yeah, just really quiet. I mean, look at the range. I mean, you can see between each of these grey lines is 12.5 points, so you can see how quiet it is. A 25-point range during the news, and this is more or less how it stayed for the afternoon. So I'm just going to fast forward. You can see prices just sitting sideways there. However, overnight in the Dow, you can see prices are now moving sharply back up towards the all-time high, which is also another characteristic of the sort of Thanksgiving week. Get prices up to the all-time highs. You'll go back every year and have a look at this during Thanksgiving week, and you will see this. The DAX also, yesterday some weakness, the market closing on the 5-bar moving average, or just above the 5-bar moving average, with some potential weakness, but still, as I say, above the 5-bar, just the 1 day where it closed below. So still strong to the upside to take out the 13,300. We traded to this yesterday at the R3, the market came back, and then we've got the 13,463 also. Overnight prices have moved higher, as we can see here. They traded straight off the DP level, moved up 50 points, and came back to the 200 MA, which we can see at the moment, and has bounced off this three times now, as prices are moving back towards the upside. So still a bit of momentum there. I'll just move this down a bit. So you can see, again, you've got the green bars and also this bar here where they've brought the market back. It's not highlighted, but it's a test bar. And here again, you can see them driving back through the 200 MA. So let's have a look at a couple of other things before we conclude. Like I say, it's a quiet week this week. Implied volatility down on Friday from 1968 to 1949. And also still green. The lower this goes, the bigger the correction will be. And there's talks of corrections now coming onto zero hedge, which would make sense, because as we head in towards January and Biden takes up his position, which seems to be the case as the new president, then the stimulus stuff will all start again. The market will force the stimulus by correcting, as it always does. The lower it goes, the more inclined the Fed is to print money and put the liquidity back into the system. It's been a game they've played now for the last 12 years. Today is more or less a no news day. The news that we do have is at 3 p.m. for consumer confidence for the US, and that is it. So it's no news Tuesday really for the morning part of the trading session. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that will do it for this one. Tomorrow we're off into half-day trading, I think, unless things have changed. But for the last 30 years, that's the way it's been. Half-day session closed on Thursday and half-day on Friday. So we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the